Hey guys, how you doing? This is Nick. So I'm going to show you guys how to use Instagress to grow your Instagram accounts, okay? So Instagress for Kathy's account has been a complete game changer, right? And I'm going to show you exactly how it's grown over time. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and talk you guys through Instagress. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you guys is Kathy's growth, right? Now, I've been tracking her growth across her social media accounts since last August. And you can see in August, she had 237 followers on Instagram. And today, she has 4,115 as of right now. So that's August to now. That's, what, six months? Yeah, 6 months. So in 6 months, it's gone up by nearly 4,000 followers. Yeah. So I'm going to explain to you exactly how we've done that. So first thing, you'll see here in the beginning, right, the first 3 weeks when we started focusing on Instagram, it jumped up quite a bit. And that was just from going into Instagram and following everyone that she was friends with on Facebook, right? So she could get those people. Those are quick hits because those people are very likely to follow you back. So go into Facebook or go into Instagram, and you can just click follow all friends. From there, you can see we started running Instagram in August, and it started picking up by about 80 to 100 likes, new followers per week. So it went 900,000, 1080, 1170, 1230, pretty much about 70 to 80 to 90 per week. Just in January, I made a couple more changes where I started using a new feature of Instagress that was just released, and now it's going up by like 200 a week. So you can see it's 3,100, 3,400, 3,700, 3,900. So it's growing quickly now, 200 per week or more. So over a course of a year, that's 10,000 followers per year that you could pick up using Instagress. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys Instagress. It's instagress.com, and just so you guys know, it's about $10 for a month. I think that's worth it. You can pick up, like I said, 100 followers a week. So you can pick up 400 followers for $10 about. And these are legitimate followers now. You're not getting like, you can go buy followers for $10, but they're like fake accounts with no real people behind them. It might give you some social credibility, but they're not going to be engaged people. And that's what you really want. You want quality followers. I went ahead and just bought the full year package because it was only $80. So it's 22 cents per day. So that's like 15 likes per day, 15 follows per day for 20 cents. That's a good deal in my opinion. So let me show you how it works. So if I go to Instagress, you start on your dashboard, and I actually run 2 accounts. I've got a skiing website too, so that's what you'll see here. But I'm going to go look into Kathy's account. I'm going to explain to you exactly what Instagress does. Now, I have another video that I made before for Kathy that specifically shows how I do workflow for her, like how I get her posts from the computer or from Facebook into Instagram in the most efficient manner possible. That's still how I'm doing it to this day. I'm not creating, there's no custom stuff on Instagram. It's all just copy and paste right out of Facebook. It's the same content in both places because you don't have time to post in both places. So Instagress does 4 major things. It will go out and automatically like posts for you. And you can set criteria for what kind of posts it will like. It will go out and comment on people's posts. And it will also follow other Instagram users. And the point behind all 3 of those is that when you like, comment, or follow on someone, the hope is that they're going to like, comment, or follow you back. And it's not everyone, obviously, that you follow will follow you back, but a lot of them will. So right now I've got them all turned on. When I did the first video for Kathy, I was only doing likes and comments. I've since added follows and unfollows. And the reason is because they've added some new features in here that are very specific that let you target exactly who you want to target. I watched a good Instagram training video by this guy, Nate Rosano, and he built his entire business on Instagram. Let me see if I can find him. And he's got 22,000 followers on Instagram right now. And the way he does it is he finds accounts on Instagram that that his target audience is a part of, and then he goes through and looks at the followers of that account and then follows those people, and then a certain percentage of them will follow him back. So for example, like, let's say you want to find best, I'll just Google, right? Best teacher, best toddler mom Instagram accounts, right? Let's find someone quality here that we could follow. So here, top 10 mommy Instagram accounts every parent should follow, right? So Kathy is a mom. So moms are her target market, especially moms with young children, right? So if you can find a good Instagram account where a lot of people are following it, then that's great. Now fashion, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a purview. Kathy's more of a fun and humor kind of person. Let's go find that. See if we can find someone here. These look like they might all be a little more serious accounts. Well, in any event, I would try to find like an Instagram account where it had like, stuff with kids that was positive, funny, because the followers of that account are going to be followers that are probably part of your target audience that you'd want to pay attention to. So now Nate Rosano, what he does is he goes and he manually does all this. He manually follows everyone, and then like 3 or 4 days later, he goes and he unfollows everyone, which takes, I think, a lot of time. And he built his business on Instagram for us right now. Instagram is like we're growing it kind of on the side. Facebook is still the primary driver of Kathy's business. But Instagress will do this for you automatically, a little bit slower, but it'll do it automatically. So I'll just run through the settings for you guys here really quick. First one, activity speed. We have it set to fast. That's because Kathy's account is several years old, has several hundred posts, and has been growing steadily. So you can go to fast. I would not start on fast. You can, and the big disclaimer with all this is technically using automation software like this is against the terms of service of Instagram. So if something happens in your Instagram account, it's not my fault. Okay, so activity speed I've set to fast. Slower just means it does these activities slower. So to raise less red flags, which you do if you had like a new account. Let's see. So here's some advanced filters. Now when we talk about the actions of like, comment, and follow, these are the criteria that we're setting. So Instagram is going to go out and like, comment, or follow based on these criteria. And they have a good guide here too. If you click the quick start guide, you can read it. But this is just how we have it set up, okay? So media type is any. You can pick video or photo. Minimum likes and maximum likes will be the maximum or minimum likes on a post for you to take this activity on it. And I just have it set to 0. 0 disables the filter, it says. So there's no filter there. Media age is 12 hours. So it's not going to comment, like, or follow anybody whose posts were further than 12 hours, older than 12 hours. Minimum and maximum comments I've set to 0. That means there's nothing. User profile filter. This is one I have set to medium. The user profile, this is going to help you get rid of spam accounts. There's a boatload of spam accounts on Instagram. So medium is going to exclude. It's not going to like, comment, or follow anyone whose profile doesn't have a profile picture, has less than 10 posted media, or doesn't have a name in their profile, right? So that's getting rid of a lot of just bots and automated accounts that are out there. And then minimum followers and maximum followers, you can choose to do this activity only for people that have a certain level of influence. So I haven't really played with that yet. I've just left those at 0. I may experiment with that later. So comment. So when Instagress goes out and leaves comments on people's posts that meet this criteria, it's going to drop these comments into, under the post. So right now you can set these up to whatever you want. Some of these are default ones that Instagress put out there. I just left them. So nice, pretty cool, too cute. They're generic comments that are going to apply to anything because you don't know what post it's going to like. It's going to look for, I'll scroll down here. See tags? It's going to look for a hashtag of mom life, and then it's going to drop a comment, so nice, under the picture. But it has no idea what the picture really is. So every once in a while you get something funny that will happen. I think Kathy had a picture. There was like some girl with her cleavage hanging out everywhere, and Kathy said, very nice, with a smiley face, right? And the girl wrote back and was like, thanks for the nice comment on my post. And Kathy was like, awkward. So you can't really help that. That happens occasionally. You'll get something strange. So comment or the comments is going to drop under. I don't think this really matters too much. The point, I mean, you want to have some generic comments that are good, but it's just when people see that you comment on them, they're more likely to go check out your profile and hopefully follow you. and then hopefully they'll learn what you do and then become a part of it. I'll come back up to this in a moment. I'm going to go to tags. Tags is the tags and posts that you're going to search for to do the activities on again. Okay, so right now Kathy is basically targeting either mothers or teachers or a combination of them. So she's got mom life, love my kids, toddler mom, new mommy, proud mommy, baby, elementary school, elementary teacher, teacher mommy, teacher mom, teacher problems, things like that. If you guys are struggling with tags, find something that you like, and there's lots of places you can search for this. You can just do Instagram tag search, just Google it. You'll find a bunch of websites for it. You can do, let's see, hashtag search. I was looking up photos. Find good hashtags. It's almost like synonyms, you know? So if we go like top hashtag, here, find the best Twitter hashtags. I mean, hashtags are sort of ubiquitous. So if I type in teacher, or let's type in toddler mom. Okay, so here's all a bunch of other tags that are related. Toddler life, toddler fun, moms, girl mom, toddler, working mom, mom life, etc. Right? You can click any of these and you'll get more ideas. So you can get ideas out of this that you can use. This is just one website. There's a million that are out there that are just like this. Okay, so basically I picked out a whole bunch here. You can do as many or as little as you want, but play with it and see if you're getting good quality followers from the tags that you're selecting. Some generic ones, like I might get rid of mommy, for example, because that's very generic and a lot of people are throwing mommy out there. So try to get a little more specific if you can with it. And if you do tag searches, you can find how popular certain tags are. Okay. Two more things I want to talk about here before I go back up. Blacklists. This is important. When Kathy first started doing this, she was getting tons of It Works and other Beachbody Coaches and Herbalife and Unique and doTERRA and all these people following her, right? And you don't want that because these people are already involved with something else. And with Beachbody Coaches, you know, they're already a coach, so they're not going to join your team. So two different things, tags, blacklist. I make sure that Instagress is not going to like, comment, or follow anyone who's using the hashtags of It Works Global, Beachbody, Beachbody Coach, Coach Life, Herbalife Coach, Beachbody Challenge, Team Beachbody Coach, Beachbody Live, etc. Right? So that's going to, for the most part, wipe out most of the coaches that are out there. Keywords blacklist. This looks in the user profile name. So if you look at here, Nate Rosano again, he's got his like profile right here. It's going to look at this profile snippet, and it's going to make sure that if it says Herbalife, It Works, Beachbody, Team Beachbody Unique, that it's not going to follow, like, or comment on their posts. Okay, so that gives us tags and comments that we're leaving. Now, when I did the last video, like I said before, I did not use the follow or unfollow cycles, and the reason was because you couldn't target it. What I've been able to do now is they added this usernames feature in recently, and this is what Nate Rosano was doing manually before, right? He was basically looking for popular Instagram accounts and following people who followed that account. On your phone, you can do it. You can't do it here, but like if I type in apples and ABCs, Instagram.com, apples and ABCs, you can see this is a teacher, mommy, blogger, whatever, right? She has 24,000 followers. And if I scroll through her post, I'm like, this is totally going to apply to Kathy's teacher audience. Like her teacher audience will like these kinds of posts, and they're probably following her. So I can follow those people who are following. We can follow the 24,000 people who are following apples and ABCs in the hopes that they'll then follow Kathy. And you can't see them here, but if you go on your phone and you click the followers, you can actually see all the followers for any account. So I put in a bunch of them here. Now that's where it got really good. Now I'm going to go modify these. I think I'm actually going to take out some of the teacher stuff and focus more on the mom stuff because Kathy's not currently teaching. And like for example, Teacher Pay Teachers is like a social network where teachers can sell each other stuff that they use like in the classroom. And it's mostly people who are doing that for a living. So I'm probably going to drop that out of here. Yeah, so when they released that username feature, I added that in, and now I do follow, unfollow. And they actually do a cycle thing now. So what it'll do is Instagress will actually go and it will follow 1,000 people. And when it hits 1,000, I have the follow cycle set to 1,000. You can set it higher. The max amount of people you can follow on Instagram is 7,000, either 7,000 or 7,500. So I set this to 1,000, and then I have the unfollow cycle set to 1,000. So if you look at Kathy's account right now, basically what it's doing is she had like 300 or 350 people that she was following when she started doing Instagress. So you'll see this number will constantly be going back and forth every couple of days between 300 up to like 1,300 because it's a 1,000 follower limit, and then it'll go back down to 300, and then back up to 1,300 and back down to 300, and back up and down and up and down. And every time you're doing that up, going up to 1,300, you're picking up new followers along the way because you're following people and they're following you back. I unfollow everybody, so it doesn't matter. I mean, they're following Kathy. I don't leave them on follow. If you found someone that you thought you might really want to keep track of, I would just write their name in a notebook, or you can follow them if you want. But it's not like Facebook where it's a two-way relationship. With Instagram, you can have people following you and you don't need to be following them back. They can just see what you're doing. Okay. Yes, that's basically it. So using this tool, like I said, we've built Kathy's account from 200 up to 4,000 followers and going up by anywhere from 800 to 1,000 per month at this point. And right now, we haven't done too much other than just cross-post the same sort of posts. I mean, you can see these are all the exact same posts that Kathy makes on Facebook. They're just put in Instagram. Just recently, I started looking at her followers, going through and sending them direct messages. So with direct messages, like Instagram's chat feature, and they changed it in December where you can now message anybody. So, but if you message people that people are not following you, it goes into like a hidden box, almost like Facebook's private box. So what you want to do is you want to message people who are following you. So it's great. So I just go through now and I send. It's easy, 10 to 15 invites a day, right? You can build a whole business just out of this. You go through and you look through your 4,000 followers and you find a couple people who you think might be interested in the challenge group, might make a good coach. You'll come across some people who are inspirational or who are into fitness but aren't coaches, and you just message them and say, hey, you look like you're doing awesome. Would you be interested in learning more about it? And using Kathy's script and making a little comment about the picture that they have on their profile, so it's personal, right? And that's it. You start a couple conversations a day just like that, and you can build this business on Instagram too. So still learning more about this, and as I do, I'll make sure I share it with you guys. So I hope this was useful, and all right, thanks a lot. Have a good night, everybody.